Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got the privilege of shooting and playing and spending some range time with the SIG Sauer P320 X10 Endure. This is 10mm offering, full-size carry from, I don't know if it's a carry Maldo, yeah. Anyway, it's from SIG. Stay tuned, check out the video. We've got a very cool gun in my opinion, and to be honest, I don't think you need it. This is not a gun you need to have. So there's really nothing too special about it. It's just a cool gun, and that's kind of what this review slash first look, second look, whatever on this gun is. It's just a cool gun that you really don't need. Okay, so this, for most people, would fall in the category of some type of like outdoor hiking, hunting, backpacking, fishing, wherever you might be fishing, self-protection gun, since it's in 10mm. It's a little larger than what most people carry, and that's 9mm. And you get a lot of options for chest harnesses or chest holsters on it. We got one of those, but after playing with it right away, I know I didn't like it. Anyway, so this is kind of a go-to for your outdoorsy activities where you need a little bit more protection from not people so much and more of the wildlife, right? So everybody's thinking grizzly bear, stuff like that. There's a lot of interesting videos and stuff out there talking about how 10 mil is used for that. And I'm all about it. I'm certainly not of the mindset of using a wheel gun for that. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And I know you can do anything, but it's so easy with a setup like this. Right out the gate, you can even get it from the factory with the red dot mounted on there. I put a loophole on there. It's what I had. I think it ships with, I'd be really surprised if it doesn't ship with a SIG optic. That'd be weird. SIG gun not shipping with a SIG optic. I put on a little light here. Another reason you might want to do your research on holsters and stuff, because you know all these things matter when it comes to that. I also have a Glock 20. This is not a comparison video, but I will point out some things that I just have to compare it to that, because that's kind of been, in my mind, the standard for 10mm semi-autos that you would carry for these kind of activities. So, you know, and again, like I said, this is not a gun you need. I'm perfectly comfortable carrying 9mm. I know, doing what I do outdoors. Okay, if I'm going specifically somewhere where there's an increased threat in something, and that's not around where I live, and I'm talking pretty much grizzly bears, right? Then you might step it up. But for everyday stuff, I'm going to carry in the woods what I carry every day at the grocery store. So, anywho, what I'm really troubled or puzzled by is that the iron sights that come with it, they're great. They're great sights, but they're not high enough to co-witness with your red dot. So I don't know why they would offer that, because I don't see a drawback from having taller sights without an optic, but you definitely can't use them when you put an optic on there. And since it's optic cut, it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's a weird one by SIG. They're obviously not the first gun manufacturer to do weird stuff like that, and it just, yeah, I don't know why they would do that. I really like the idea that it's just like the other 320s. I don't know all the grip modules that are offered out there, but I wouldn't change it on this one. This one's really good. It's the Endure laser engraved, whatever. Real good texture, not too much, not too little. And then you can see on the slide, it's got that really cool topo pattern. It comes from their custom workshop like that. This is also something that's really cool. Not necessary, but really cool. I talked about wheel guns and why I'm not sold on that whole thing. I understand people want to argue about calibers. If you want to argue about calibers, go ahead. I'm perfectly comfortable with the 10 millimeter to do most everything I need to do. This is quite the caliber already. But we do got a 45 wheel gun coming up at some point on the channel. So if you're into that, stay tuned. We'll have more of that. I like that the light just pops right on. We all know that half the day is dark, right? You need a light. So you can set it up just like you would a good carry gun, good range gun. And then it crosses over into a lot of other territories too. You're not just stuck doing backpacky stuff with it. If you're out there and you're on a budget, $1,000 gun, arguably not a budget gun, but if you're down to just getting one gun, this is one gun that can do a lot of things. You can carry this. There's some videos out there talking about carrying it. You can home defense, bedside gun with this. This thing does a lot of stuff, and it's got a lot of stopping power. Don't you love that? I love stopping power. Anyway, so got a steel target, and in my opinion, it really doesn't. If you shoot enough, I don't feel that the recoil is so unbearable. It's just a step up from 9 millimeter. I don't feel it's difficult to manage recoil or anything like that. If you got a hard time with that, maybe you should work on your fundamentals. You know, one-handed, it's perfectly fine. It works just like it should, you know, and that's why I say, if you only got one, go with 10 millimeter. And also, yeah, the ammo is going to be a lot more expensive, but well, you figure out how you like to do your ammo. So I don't know about all the bear encounters. I mean, there's some cool footage online about bear encounters and stuff, and I can guarantee you not 2 encounters with a bear, a serious bear, grizzly bear, is going to be the same. But what I've seen a pattern of is a little bit of a distance. This is maybe like the Yellowstone tourist got too close to the animal kind of distance. This is seven yards. But I think what I saw a lot was people, okay, engagement goes off, they take a couple shots, and then I would say maybe come out like this, right? That would seem something you could practice for if you're doing some type of bear engagement. I don't know. Whatever you think might work, but it's definitely something you're going to want to get comfortable, probably running backwards and shooting, because, you know, I'm not going to run towards a bear. So I'm going to shoot at the bear while I'm peeling out and trying to create distance. As opposed to something like that, I think, which would be much more of your standard or your more typical type of pistol shooting that people might do. You know, you might move towards a target. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on how you might want to think about employing this into your training, because obviously none of these things are good if you don't use them and you don't know how to function them. And it's going to do you no good when you're shitting your pants in the woods and there's a bear right there. So if that's the scenario in your mind that you need this gun for, and that's why I said, it's not really a gun you need. It's not one you got to have, but man, is it cool. Let me tell you. Totally busted the welds. Nope, never mind. I thought I busted the welds. It broke the bolt off. I don't know if you can tell. I can't tell. It looks like I might have shot the bolt. Either way, it's got some stopping power to it. I love saying stopping power. It's the best thing ever. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Stay tuned for more cool stuff. All right, stay safe.